Don't get angry, just get better. I have a two-part phase to what I'm going to talk to you about today, but the first part is about not getting mad about anything. It's about just getting better. You see, in society, have you ever been in a point and place where you felt like someone tried to pull the rug from up under your feet while you were standing on it before your very eyes? Well, it happens in everyday life, and we can't get angry about it. What we have to do is use that to fuel us to go to the next level. Just last week, I took my little daughter to Disney World, and one of the most miraculous things as I stood there in awe to think about was the idea that Walt Disney at one point in time, and all of the greatness that he's produced with films and stories and games and theme parks, he was once told that he wasn't creative enough. And as I stood there, I couldn't help but think how at one point in time, he could have used that as an excuse to let his fire die down, or as a reason to propel him and allow his field to take a blaze. And as we see before our very eyes today, we know exactly the choice that he made, but we all get that same choice. And to illustrate this a little bit further, just the other day, I was supposed to do training. Right in the midst of me about to do training, someone comes to me and say, hey, you know what? We got two other people that are about to do training. And I felt some kind of way about that, but you know, in the midst of it all, I had two choices to make. Allow that to be a reason for me to say, oh man, you know what? Maybe I just shouldn't ever try to do training, you know, I'm just not good enough or whatever. Or I could have just said, you know what, I'm going to dominate every single area of this business. You see, in everyday life, we get a reason, we get a choice to make. And we can go left or we can go right, up or we can go down. Now the second phase of this, as I said, it was gonna be in two phases, that you kill them with kindness. Because see, when Walt Disney did everything in the greatness and the all that he didn't have to go back to that guy and say, hey, guess what? That creative thing you told me I wasn't good at, look at me now. No, he let his actions speak for him. And in the midst of everything that you do, you never have to sit there and allow somebody to degrade or try to pull away all of your greatness. You just show them through your actions. And you're very humble about it. So you kill them with your kindness. Just to illustrate this a bit further, I'm reminded of a story about a guy who once was standing out and the sun and the wind had a conversation, an argument perhaps, about which one could get the guy to take off his hat and his coat first. So the sun said, well, you go first, wind. The wind blew and it blew and it blew so hard, to the extent that the guy was almost about to fall over, but no matter what he did, he held on to that hat and that coat. Eventually, the wind gave in and said, you know what, it's your turn, son. The sun just came up and it shone above. The guy sat down on the bench, simply took his hat off, laid it to the side, took his coat off, put it to the side. And the sun said, see, it's the gentle things in life that get the most done. You see, you don't have to worry about all of the harshness and trying to make someone see your point. Just kill them with kindness. That's exactly what you do in everyday life. Don't get mad. Don't get angry. Just get better. And kill them with kindness. Be blessed. Be encouraged. And as always, stay focused, my good people.